Number 1. This 1979 Oldsmobile Cutlass, priced at $18,500 and located in Clarkston, Michigan, is presented as a powerful and aggressively built street-in-strip machine that blends classic G-body styling with a serious, high-performance drivetrain. Beneath the hood sits a 406 cubic inch small-block Chevrolet that has been extensively upgraded with Dart cylinder heads, a large 525 hydraulic camshaft, and an 830 CFM carburetor, creating a combination designed to deliver brutal throttle response and strong top-end power. Ignition duties are handled by an MSD system with a digital 6-box, ensuring a strong, consistent spark under heavy load, while Hooker supercomp headers help the engine breathe freely and maximize horsepower. The seller states the engine makes approximately 510 horsepower, and combined with the car's traction setup, it is described as hooking up well, giving this Cutlass the reputation of being far more than just a showpiece. Backing up the big-inch small block is a turbo 350 automatic transmission equipped with a high-stall converter rated between 3,500 and 4,000 revolutions per minute, a setup that allows the engine to get into its power band quickly for hard launches. Power is sent to a stout 8.5-inch rear end fitted with aggressive 3.90 gears, making this car well-suited for both dragster performance and hard street acceleration. A line lock is installed for control burnouts and tire warm-ups, while odometer gauges keep close tabs on vital engine data during spirited driving. Out back, the car rides on 275/60/15 drag radials, giving it the grip needed to put its claimed 510 horsepower to the pavement without excessive wheel spin, reinforcing that this Cutlass was built with real performance in mind rather than just visual appeal. The exterior and structure of the car are described as being very solid, which is a major advantage for any performance-oriented build of this era. The body is said to be in strong condition overall, with no major rust issues noted, making it a dependable foundation for both continued street use and further upgrades. While the paint and exterior finish could benefit from some walk-around touch-ups, this is framed as a cosmetic detail rather than a reflection of deeper problems, allowing the next owner to enjoy the car as it is or refine its appearance to match its mechanical strength. The combination of a straight, solid body and a brutally powerful drivetrain makes this Cutlass a rare find among late 1970s American muscle cars. Inside, the car is equipped with a nice sound system for comfortable cruising, and it also features a Viper alarm for added security, a practical touch for a high-performance classic. The overall presentation suggests a well-sorted street machine that is ready to be driven and enjoyed rather than a disassembled project. The seller is open to offers and even willing to take a little less for a cash deal, and trades are also being considered, giving potential buyers flexibility in how they acquire it. With its big horsepower small block, drag-ready drivetrain, solid body, and strong street presence, this 1979 Oldsmobile Cutlass stands out as a serious muscle-era build that offers both performance and classic American style in one compelling package. Number 2. This 1972 Cadillac Eldorado Convertible, offered at $12,000 and located in Louisville, Kentucky, is presented as a truly unique, open-top luxury classic with a notable history. Having been used in the Mass Golf Tournament, which adds a special layer of character and collectability to an already rare model. The car is described as a one-of-a-kind example, and it runs great, making it more than just a static display piece. The interior has been completely refreshed with new upholstery, new carpet, and new carpet mats, giving the cabin a clean and inviting appearance that matches the upscale reputation of the Eldorado. While the seller is letting it go due to personal circumstances and lack of time, it is clear that this Cadillac still offers the core qualities of a drivable, distinctive classic convertible that stands out from the crowd. Mechanically, the Eldorado is said to run well, but it does need some routine attention and minor repairs to bring it to its full potential. The convertible top itself is in good condition, but the motor that operates it is slow and could use service, even though it still raises and lowers the top. The driver's side window needs a new roller, though it does function, and the braking system is noted as needing new brake pads and a new master cylinder, along with points and spark plugs to freshen up the ignition. These are all typical service items on a classic of this age, and do not detract from the fact that the car is currently operational and capable of being driven and enjoyed while improvements are made. From a body and structural standpoint, the Eldorado is described as being remarkably clean, with no rust anywhere on the car except in the trunk floor, which the seller notes can be repaired. For a large, early 1970s convertible, this is a major selling point, as rust repair can be one of the most expensive aspects of ownership. The dash has a single crack, but it is covered by a dash skirt, preserving the overall interior appearance. The car also comes with fiberglass lids for the convertible top, and the tires are in good condition, further adding to the impression that this is a well-kept and thoughtfully maintained vehicle that simply needs some finishing work rather than a full restoration. The seller emphasizes that similar Eldorado convertibles are currently selling in the $30,000 to $38,000 range, highlighting the value potential of this particular car once its few remaining issues are addressed. This example was intended to be fully restored and either kept or sold for a significantly higher price, but family health issues have changed those plans, leading to a straightforward sale with no trades accepted. Priced simply to recover what was originally paid, this 1972 Cadillac Eldorado convertible offers a rare opportunity to own a historically interesting, largely rust-free, freshly trimmed luxury convertible with strong upside for a buyer willing to invest some time and light mechanical work into making it the standout car it was meant to be. Number 3. This 1966 Chevrolet Biscayne, offered at $15,995 and located in West Nyack, New York, is presented as a clean and mechanically sorted full-size classic that blends its original big block heritage with a more modern, street-friendly performance setup. The car was originally equipped from the factory with a 396 big block, which already places it in a desirable performance category for Biscayne models, and it now features a recently installed 350 cubic inch small block Chevrolet that has been built for strong, reliable performance with ported double-hump cylinder heads, a port-matched Edelbrock intake manifold, and a Holley carburetor. This engine combination delivers excellent airflow and crisp throttle response, making the car feel lively and responsive while still being easy to live with on the street. Power is delivered through a 700R4 automatic transmission, giving the Biscayne the benefit of overdrive for more relaxed highway cruising compared to older 3-speed automatics. Out back, a 12-bolt rear end with 3.73 gears and a limited-slip posy unit ensures that the power is put down effectively, providing both strong acceleration and improved traction. The braking system has been upgraded with new disc brakes, dramatically improving stopping power and safety, while a new power steering system makes this large Chevrolet far more manageable and comfortable to drive in modern traffic. New headers further enhance exhaust flow and performance, rounding out a drivetrain and chassis combination that is described as being mechanically perfect and ready for regular use. The overall driving condition of the car is emphasized by the seller, who states that it runs great and has no mechanical issues, making this Biscayne a turnkey classic rather than a project. The bench seat interior keeps the traditional full-size Chevrolet feel intact, offering plenty of room and a simple, functional layout that suits the car's non-nonsense muscle character. This model was always known for its lighter weight and straightforward trim compared to Impalas and Bel Airs, which is why Biscaynes have long been popular with performance enthusiasts, and this example continues that tradition with its upgraded drivetrain and well-sorted mechanicals. With an asking price of $15,995, or best offer, this 1966 Chevrolet Biscayne represents a strong value for anyone looking for a big-body American classic that delivers both vintage style and real driving enjoyment. The combination of its original big block roots, a freshly installed and well-built small block, modern transmission, upgraded brakes, and a posy rear end gives it a level of performance and usability that is hard to find in this price range. Located in West Nyack, New York, and ready to be driven, this Biscayne stands out as a solid, mechanically dialed-in classic that can be enjoyed immediately while still offering character and presence of a true 1960s Chevrolet. Number 4. This 1972 Ford Grand Torino Sport, offered at $9,250 and located in St. Clair Shores, Michigan, is presented as a long-term, garage-stored muscle-era project that retains its original character and strong potential despite needing full recommissioning. The car has been sitting in the seller's aunt's garage for more than 35 years, preserving it from the elements while also leaving it dormant for decades, which explains its current non-running condition. The engine does crank and is not seized, which is an encouraging sign for a car that has been stored for so long, and it is believed to be a 351 cubic inch V8, though this is not confirmed. Paired with a 3-speed automatic transmission, this Gran Torino Sport still has the foundation of a proper early 1970s performance car waiting to be brought back to life. From a mechanical perspective, this is clearly a project that will require full inspection, servicing, and likely rebuilding before it can be driven again. But the fact that the engine turns over provides a valuable starting point. Cars that have been dormant for decades often need everything from fuel system work to ignition, cooling, and brake refurbishment. Yet this example has not suffered a locked-up engine, which is often the most intimidating and expensive problem. The drivetrain remains intact, and with a title in hand, the buyer can proceed with restoration or customization without paperwork issues, making this an honest and straightforward basis for a serious build. The body shows some rust, which is typical for a Michigan car of this era, but it is still described as an excellent project rather than a parts car, implying that the structure and panels are viable for repair. The long indoor storage has helped preserve the car's overall integrity compared to one left outside, and the Gran Torino Sport styling remains a major draw, with its aggressive fastback profile and muscular proportions that defined Ford's performance lineup in the early 1970s. While cosmetic restoration will be needed, this is the kind of car that rewards effort with a dramatic visual and historical payoff once brought back to its former glory. Inside, the interior will need to be deeply cleaned or replaced, reflecting the long period of storage and the typical where that comes with decades of inactivity. This gives the next owner the freedom to restore it to factory specification or upgrade it with more modern materials and finishes while keeping the original spirit intact. Sold as is, with the buyer responsible for towing, this 1972 Ford Gran Torino Sport represents a genuine barn-style find with a clear title, a turning V8, and the rare opportunity to revive a true American muscle car that has been hidden away for more than 3 decades. Number 5. This 1977 Chevrolet Camaro, offered at $19,900 and located in Fraser, Michigan, is presented as a true time capsule example that has been carefully preserved and lightly updated while retaining the character of a largely original late second-generation F-body. It is believed to have only 26,000 miles, a figure that aligns with the overall condition and the many original details still present throughout the car. Under the hood sits a 305 cubic inch V8 paired with a TH350 automatic transmission, creating a smooth and dependable cruising combination that fits the Camaro's role as a stylish and comfortable classic muscle car. The car has received one repaint, but it remains mostly original, allowing it to maintain its authentic look and feel while still presenting very well in its silver exterior with a black vinyl interior. The mechanical and driving features of this Camaro make it especially appealing as a usable classic rather than a fragile showpiece. It is equipped with power steering and power front disc brakes, giving it confident road manners and improved safety compared to earlier setups. An aftermarket air conditioning system is installed, though it needs to be charged, offering the potential for comfortable driving even in warm weather. A new exhaust system from the catalytic converter back improves both sound and reliability, while the replaced fuel tank adds another layer of dependability for long drives. The car is said to run and drive great, reinforcing that it is ready to be enjoyed immediately rather than requiring sorting or repairs. From a presentation and originality standpoint, this Camaro stands out with an impressive collection of factory and period-correct features. It retains its bucket seats with center console, factory radio, remote driver's side mirror, and black vinyl interior, all of which help preserve its authentic 1970s character. The original trunk sticker is still in place, along with the original spare tire, jack, and trunk mat, details that are rarely found intact on cars of this age. Buyers also have the choice between the original wheels or the brand new 18-inch torque thrust-style wheels shown in the photos, which are fitted with new tires and give the car a more aggressive, modern stance if desired. The overall condition and completeness of this Camaro suggest that it has been owned and maintained with care over the years rather than being heavily modified or neglected. The combination of low believed mileage, original components, tasteful updates, and strong running condition makes it a standout among late 1970s Camaros on the market today. Being offered by Showdown Motors Incorporated, this 1977 Chevrolet Camaro represents an excellent opportunity to own a highly original, well-presented, and fully drivable classic that captures the spirit of the era while still being practical and enjoyable on today's roads. Number 6. This 1958 Ford Edsel Citation 4-door hardtop, offered at $3,800 and located in Mapleville, Rhode Island, is presented as a highly distinctive and option-loaded late 1950s classic that still retains much of its original character and solid structural integrity. Finished from the factory in a striking tritone combination of pink, charcoal brown, and white, this Edsel stands out as a true product of its era, combining bold styling with upscale trim and features. It is a well-optioned example, equipped with power windows, a power seat, a power antenna, rocker moldings, and bumper guards, all of which elevated above a basic model and reflect the premium intentions of the Citation line when new. Although the original town and country radio has been removed, the car still offers an impressive list of period-correct luxury touches that make it an appealing restoration candidate. The car is currently missing its engine, but the seller does have a spare 410 cubic inch engine available for additional money, giving the buyer the option to acquire a correct and powerful period-style power plant to complete the package. With approximately 97,000 miles showing, the focus of this Edsel is less about mileage and more about its solid foundation and completeness. The body and floors are described as being very solid, including the body mounts, which are often problem areas on cars of this age. While the rear doors do have some rot, a replacement set of rear doors is included with the sale, significantly reducing the difficulty and expense of addressing that issue during restoration. Inside, the interior and seats are said to be in good condition, and they have been freshly dyed as part of an ongoing reassembly process, indicating that the car is already partway through a cosmetic revival rather than being a completely untouched project. This gives the next owner a head start on completing the interior to a presentable standard without the need to source rare and expensive Edsel-specific trim pieces. The fact that the interior components are still present and being reinstalled is a major advantage, as these parts can be difficult to find for such a unique and short-lived brand. Cosmetically, the body does have some dents, but the original tritone paint is noted to still shine, preserving the visual impact that made the Edsel so famous and controversial when it was introduced. With its bold colors, hardtop body style, strong option list, and solid structural condition, this Citation offers an unusually complete and restorable foundation for a late 1950s classic. Located in Mapleville, Rhode Island, this 1958 Ford Edsel represents a rare opportunity to own a true automotive icon at a very accessible price, with much of the hard-to-replace originality still intact and ready for a dedicated enthusiast to bring it fully back to life. Number 7. This 1950 Ford Convertible, offered at $35,000 and located in Clarkston, Michigan, is presented as a beautifully built and thoughtfully upgraded custom that combines classic post-war styling with modernized street performance and drivability. The car has been lowered approximately 3 inches, giving it a sleek, aggressive stance that dramatically improves its appearance while still maintaining the elegant proportions of the original Ford design. Under the hood sits a later model Ford 302 cubic inch small block V8, tuned with a healthy cam that gives it a strong, throaty sound, along with an aluminum intake and a brand new Eldorado carburetor for crisp response and reliable fueling. Brand new chrome headers and a complete new dual exhaust system finish off the engine bay, delivering both improved performance and an unmistakably muscular soundtrack. The drivetrain and chassis have been extensively refreshed, making this convertible far more than just a pretty cruiser. A C4 automatic transmission sends power to a forward rear end, creating a smooth and dependable driving combination that is well suited to both relaxed cruising and spirited driving. The car has received a brand new complete wiring kit, a new alternator, a new gas tank, and a new electric fuel pump, all of which greatly improve reliability and peace of mind. The front-end steering linkage and shocks are new, and the underbody is finished in body color with very clean floor pans and a shiny black chassis, showing the level of attention that went into making this Ford solid and roadworthy from the ground up rather than just cosmetically appealing. Visually, the car strikes a strong balance between show and go, with driver-quality paint that looks good at a glance, but has some flaws that keep it from being a fragile trailer queen. It is described as an excellent cruise-in and local car show vehicle, the kind of classic that can be driven and enjoyed without constant worry. It sits on Kragar chrome wheels with new tires, though the seller also includes stock-style wide white tires and wheels for those who prefer a more traditional look. The interior is said to look good, providing a comfortable and attractive cabin that matches the car's overall presentation and makes it enjoyable for longer drives, as well as casual weekend outings. The power-operated convertible top works properly and is in good condition, and the top boot is included, adding to both the car's functionality and its finished appearance when the top is down. Additional extras, such as a Continental kit with parade bumper guards and a set of fender skirts, are also included, giving the next owner the option to further customize the car's look. The car originally came out of Jonesboro, Tennessee, and is described as being very solid, with documentation showing a prior owner purchased it in 1966 and copies of old titles now transferred into the seller's business name. With its strong mechanical upgrades, clean underbody, working power top, and rare combination of included accessories, this 1950 Ford convertible stands out as a well-built and highly desirable classic that is both ready to enjoy and flexible for future personalization. Number 8. This 1973 Cadillac Fleetwood Brougham, priced at $10,000 and located in Toledo, Ohio, is presented as a remarkably low-mileage luxury sedan with only 18,000 miles, making it an exceptionally rare survivor from the early 1970s. The car has been kept in a garage and is described as being in really clean condition, which aligns with the extremely low mileage and suggests that it has been carefully preserved rather than used as a daily driver. As a Fleetwood Brougham, it represents the top tier of Cadillac's full-size lineup for 1973, offering the long wheelbase ride, commanding presence, and premium feel that defined Cadillac luxury during this era. The overall condition is emphasized as a major selling point, with the car retaining the kind of freshness and originality that is seldom found on vehicles of this size and age. A garage-kept history typically means better paint, trim, and interior preservation, as well as reduced exposure to weather-related wear and deterioration. With only 18,000 miles, this Brougham likely still drives and feels much closer to how it did when new compared to most examples that have accumulated decades of heavy use, making it especially appealing to collectors and enthusiasts who value originality and authenticity. The seller is primarily interested in a trade rather than a simple sale, and the acceptable trade options are very specific. Only a 1968 to 1972 Oldsmobile Cutlass, a 1971, 1972, or 1973 Chevrolet Caprice or Impala Coupe, or 1980s Caprice Coupe or Landau. No other vehicles will be considered. This narrow focus reflects a clear intention to move into a particular type of classic American coupe, rather than just parting with the Cadillac for anything that happens to be offered. For those who have one of these desired cars, this Fleetwood Brougham could be an especially attractive trade opportunity. If a trade is not involved, the seller will accept a cash payment, but nothing lower than $10,000 will be considered, making that figure a firm floor rather than a negotiable starting point. This reinforces the confidence in the car's condition, mileage, and overall value in the current market. With its extremely low miles, garage-kept status, and clean presentation, this 1973 Cadillac Fleetwood Brougham offers a rare chance to own a near, time capsule example of Cadillac's classic full-size luxury, whether through a carefully matched trade or a straightforward purchase at the stated price. Number 9. This 1969 Buick Riviera, offered at $7,850 and located in Schenectady, New York, is presented as a drivable and properly registered restoration project that already benefits from significant recent mechanical investment and a solid foundation. It is currently New York State registered, inspected, insured, and on the road, which immediately sets it apart from many dormant project cars. Originally from Oregon before being transported to the East Coast, the car has avoided the heavy rust typically associated with northeastern climates, and it has been kept indoors in a heated garage at around 50 degrees, helping preserve its condition. Powered by the desirable 430 cubic inch V8, this Riviera starts right up, runs strong, and delivers the kind of smooth, effortless torque that made these cars legendary when new. A substantial amount of money has already been spent to make this Riviera safe, reliable, and enjoyable to drive, and the list of recent work reflects that commitment. It has received a new die-hard gold battery, a CSF radiator, water pump, belts and hoses, Monroe OE Spectrum shocks, a new brake master cylinder, vacuum brake booster, brake hydraulic hose, and fresh fluids, along with AC Delco spark plugs, street fire plug wires, and an Excel distributor cap and rotor. These updates address many of the most common reliability and safety concerns on a classic car, allowing the buyer to enjoy driving it immediately rather than sorting through basic mechanical issues. The car drives straight, shifts as it should, and leaves no leaks on the ground after sitting, further reinforcing that it is already in good operating condition rather than a barely running project. In addition to the mechanical work, some thoughtful interior and functional updates have been completed as well. The door panels have been rebuilt with new backing cardboard, improving both appearance and durability, and a new original AC Delco headlight and vacuum switch has been installed to ensure proper operation of the Riviera's distinctive hidden headlight covers. The headlight doors do function, with one side being slightly slower than the other, but both open and close as intended, preserving one of the model's most iconic design features. While it is clearly stated that this Riviera is not yet a show car, it is also described as having a tremendous amount of potential, making it an ideal candidate for someone who wants a classic they can drive now and improve over time. The seller is firm about no trades and no lowball offers, emphasizing that the price reflects both the work already completed and the strong future value of the model once further restored. With its powerful 430 V8, solid running condition, extensive recent servicing, and heated indoor storage history, this 1969 Buick Riviera represents an unusually honest and well-sorted restoration project that offers both immediate enjoyment and long-term upside for the next owner. Number 10. This 1973 Chevrolet Monte Carlo, offered at $28,500 and located in Gibson, Ohio, is presented as an exceptionally original and highly preserved personal luxury coupe with only 39,420 miles, making it a rare survivor from the early 1970s. It retains its numbers-matching 350 cubic inch 4-barrel V8, and the car is said to run great and shift great, reinforcing the idea that it has been properly maintained rather than simply stored. The factory air conditioning works well, adding a major comfort feature that enhances its usability, and the car has been garage kept, which has played a big role in preserving both its mechanical condition and its overall appearance. From a driving and mechanical standpoint, this Monte Carlo is described as riding exceptionally smoothly, even being compared to a Cadillac over rough roads, thanks in part to its new tires and new shocks. The original dual exhaust system is still in place and remains in good condition, further supporting the claim that this car has not been heavily modified or neglected over the years. The exterior and structure of the car are standout features, with the seller emphasizing solid rockers, a solid frame, and solid floors, along with a bold claim of absolutely no rust, which is exceptionally rare for a 1973 Midwestern car. The original paint is said to still show well, giving the car an authentic look that collectors often prefer over a fresh repaint. Combined with its low mileage and garage-kept history, This Monte Carlo presents as a true time capsule style example that still wears its age gracefully rather than being over-restored or altered. With its numbers matching drivetrain, working factory air conditioning, original exhaust, low mileage, and rust-free body, this 1973 Chevrolet Monte Carlo stands out as a premium example in the current market. Located in Gibson, Ohio, it offers a rare opportunity to own a largely untouched, properly preserved classic that delivers both luxury and V8 power in a package that is increasingly difficult to find in this level of originality. For anyone seeking a top-tier early 1970s Monte Carlo that can be driven, shown, and appreciated for what it truly is, this car represents a very compelling and complete package. Number 11. This 1939 Cadillac LaSalle, offered at $12,000 and located in Dayton, Ohio, is presented as a beautifully preserved pre-war luxury car that has already been restored in the past and continues to show very nicely despite its age. At 87 years old, it stands as a true piece of American automotive history, and it is described as starting, running, and stopping properly, making it a usable and enjoyable classic rather than a static museum piece. The car benefits from recent work to the radiator, carburetor, and speedometer, along with the addition of an aftermarket heater, all of which contribute to improved reliability and comfort for modern driving. Under the hood is the original-style 322 cubic inch Cadillac/LaSalle engine, paired with a 3-speed manual transmission with column shift, commonly known as 3 on the tree, which delivers an authentic driving experience that reflects the engineering and character of the late 1930s. The electrical system has been converted to 12 volts, a popular and practical upgrade that improves starting, lighting, and overall electrical reliability while still allowing the car to retain its classic feel. Although the mileage is unknown, the mechanical condition and recent servicing suggest that this LaSalle has been cared for and kept in operating condition rather than left to deteriorate. Cosmetically, the car is said to show very nicely, which is impressive given both its age and the fact that the restoration was completed some years ago. This indicates that it has either been well preserved or gently used since being restored, maintaining a level of quality that still presents well at shows, cruises, and local events. Pre-war Cadillacs and LaSalles are known for their elegant styling, solid construction, and smooth-running engines, and this example appears to continue that tradition with a well-kept appearance and a strong mechanical foundation. The car is located about 1 mile north of Voss Village Cadillac in Centerville, Ohio, providing a clear and convenient reference point for inspection and pickup. With its restored condition, running and driving status, 12-volt conversion, and classic 322 cubic inch power plant, this 1939 Cadillac LaSalle offers a rare opportunity to own a genuine pre-war luxury automobile that is both historically significant and ready to be enjoyed on the road today. Number 12. This 1972 Chevrolet Malibu, offered at $40,000 and located in Shelby Township, Michigan, is presented as a fully sorted and turnkey Chevelle-based classic that blends muscle styling with modernized safety, cooling, and drivability upgrades. Labeled as a historical vehicle and maintained with care, this Malibu trim model carries the iconic second-generation Chevelle body while benefiting from a comprehensive mechanical refresh designed to make it far more usable on today's roads. The car is positioned not only as a collectible piece of history, but also as a vehicle that can be confidently driven and enjoyed thanks to its extensive recent improvements. The front end has been upgraded with new power steering and power brakes with front disc brakes, dramatically improving both control and stopping performance compared to original equipment. In the rear, new drum brakes have been installed, ensuring balanced and reliable braking all around. The suspension has also been addressed, with new control arms and springs installed both front and rear, restoring proper ride height, handling, and overall road manners. These upgrades give the Malibu a tight, responsive feel that complements its classic muscle car presence, while removing much of the fatigue and looseness associated with aging suspension components. Under the hood, the cooling and accessory systems have been modernized for dependable everyday use. A new radiator and electric fan have been installed to keep temperatures stable even in traffic or warm weather, while a serpentine belt system has replaced the older belt drive setup for smoother and more reliable operation. Headers have been fitted and specifically chosen to work properly with the power steering system, showing that the upgrades were planned as a cohesive package rather than added as afterthoughts. With all of these components listed as new, this Malibu is positioned as a true turnkey car that does not require immediate mechanical sorting. Overall, this 1972 Chevrolet Malibu represents a thoughtfully upgraded and carefully maintained classic that combines the visual appeal and heritage of a Chevelle-era muscle car with meaningful improvements in safety, reliability, and drivability. Located in Shelby Township, Michigan, it offers the appeal of a historically labeled vehicle that can be enjoyed both as a collector's piece and as a stylish cruiser on modern roads. With its comprehensive suspension, brake, steering, and cooling upgrades already completed, this Malibu stands out as a premium example for someone seeking a classic that is ready to be driven rather than restored. Number 13. This 1971 Pontiac GTO, offered at $18,000 and located in Pine Grove, Pennsylvania, is presented as an exceptionally original, numbers-matching muscle car with rare documentation and an extraordinary preservation story that sets it apart from most projects on the market. It is a standard 400 cubic inch GTO equipped from the factory with a 4-speed manual transmission and a 3.55 soft-track Posey rear, and it is being sold with a clear title in the seller's name as a cash-only sale, with no trades considered. The current owner purchased the car approximately 8 years ago from the original owner, who bought it new at Ebersol in Lebanon in September of 1971, and the sale included original purchase documentation along with a factory build sheet. The original owner drove the car for about 10 years, accumulating 83,000 miles, never modified it in any way, and even retained the original dated alternator, which was rebuilt and reinstalled when it failed, underscoring the car's remarkably untouched history. The car was repainted once in 1981 at Gary's Auto Body in Pine Grove, and then stored for long-term ownership until an unfortunate and highly unusual event during Hurricane Sandy in 2012 changed its trajectory. Although the car was stored on higher ground, altered water flow from a new housing development caused flooding that submerged the car up to the top of the tires and the bottom of the dashboard for approximately 16 hours. Water entered the engine and transmission, filling the interior with silt. Notably, no water ever entered the rear differential. After the flood, the original owner left the car untouched until it was sold. The current owner removed the engine and the numbers matching, VIN-stamped M21 Muncie transmission for inspection, finding the transmission internals heavily rusted but retaining the correct case, along with included large output fines, main shaft, and gears to aid in rebuilding while preserving originality. The engine was seized but has since been disassembled, cleaned, magnified, and shot-peened by Jensen's Engine Tech, with the block, heads, and intake confirmed crack-free and ready for machining. Structurally, this GTO is described as outstanding and virtually impossible to duplicate, with a rust-free body and frame that require no bodywork. The floors are solid. The trunk shows only surface rust, and the drop-offs, front and rear valances, quarter panels, fenders, and doors are all solid and intact. The approximately 45-year-old repaint shows its age, but still presents as a respectable, driver-quality finish, often described as a 50-footer, while the Cordoba vinyl roof remains in nice condition, with no rust bubbling underneath. Exterior details remain strong, including a straight rear bumper with minor dull spots, a crack-free Endura nose, and the extremely hard-to-find original GM hood, which is solid and undamaged. These attributes make the car especially appealing to restorers, as the most difficult and expensive aspects of GTO ownership, body and structural integrity, are already firmly in place. The interior requires cosmetic attention, but remains largely complete and very correct, with strong potential for restoration rather than replacement. The carpet is saturated with silt from the flood. The headliner and seat belts need replacement, and the metal dash housing shows surface rust. However, the console, dash pad, and gauge package are all nice, and the seats show only light where in the driver position, with the remaining seats needing a deep cleaning. A good set of correct 1971 standard seat belts is included. Every component removed during disassembly has been carefully bagged, labeled, and retained, with nothing missing, right down to the correctly dated jack and original T3 headlights. The car was factory equipped with a Cordoba vinyl top, M21 close ratio 4-speed, 3.55 soft track rear, front console, honeycomb wheels, wheel opening and body side moldings, power steering, power disc brakes, tinted windshield, and tachometer gauge cluster, all of which it still retains. While the car will require a full mechanical rebuild, including engine machining, wiring harness replacement, and interior refurbishment, it does not need bodywork, making it a rare opportunity to acquire an all-date matching, documented 1971 GTO Survivor with unmatched originality, solid structure, and long-term investment-grade potential. Number 14. This 1967 Chrysler Imperial Crown Convertible, offered at $8,500 and located in Oceanport, New Jersey, is presented as a rare full-size luxury convertible that combines massive 1960s presence with strong mechanical usability and outstanding documentation. Powered by a 440 cubic inch Chrysler V8, this Imperial runs and drives, giving it the ability to be enjoyed immediately rather than being treated as a dormant project. The seller includes all of the original books along with the factory build sheet, which adds significant value and credibility for collectors who appreciate documentation and historical accuracy in a classic of this caliber. With its long, elegant body and imposing front-end styling, this Imperial Crown represents the peak of Chrysler's luxury and engineering from the era. From a driving standpoint, the car is said to go down the road 100%, reinforcing that it is not just a showpiece, but a functional, roadworthy convertible. The big 440 engine is known for its smooth power and effortless torque, perfectly suited to moving a large, heavy luxury car with ease and comfort. Whether cruising at highway speeds or rolling through town, this drivetrain provides the kind of relaxed performance that made Imperials famous for their refined yet powerful character. The fact that this one is already running and driving makes it especially attractive in today's market of incomplete or non-running projects. The convertible top is fully operational and in good condition, allowing the car to be enjoyed open air on demand, while still providing proper protection when raced. For a convertible of this size and age, a working and presentable top is a major plus, as replacement and repair can be both difficult and expensive. The overall impression is that this Imperial has been maintained in a way that keeps it usable and enjoyable rather than being left to deteriorate or require immediate restoration just to be driven. The seller is very clear about the terms of the sale. No trades, no financing, and no offers accepted, making $8,500 a firm and straightforward purchase price. With its running and driving condition, working power top, powerful 440 V8, and rare inclusion of original books and build sheet, this 1967 Chrysler Imperial Crown Convertible stands out as an exceptional value for a true full-size American luxury convertible, offering both historical significance and immediate enjoyment at a price that is rarely seen for a car of this stature. Number 15. This 1966 Ford Galaxy 500 convertible, offered at $40,000 and located in Taylorville, Kentucky, is presented as a highly desirable full-size performance convertible that retains its original drivetrain and interior while benefiting from subtle, sensible upgrades for improved drivability. Powered by the factory 428 cubic inch V8, this Galaxy delivers the kind of big block torque and smooth cruising power that made these cars legends in the 1960s, and is backed by the original transmission to keep the car true to its roots. With just 61,700 miles showing, this example stands out as a well-preserved and carefully enjoyed classic rather than a worn-out, high-mileage survivor. The engine has been treated to a few tasteful upgrades, including an HI ignition conversion for more reliable starting and smoother running, along with headers that improve exhaust flow and enhance the car's sound and performance without sacrificing its original character. These modifications make the Galaxy more enjoyable to drive in modern conditions, while still preserving the authenticity that collectors value. Described as an awesome cruiser, it is clearly intended to be a car that can be driven and enjoyed on the open road rather than just admired in a garage. Inside, the Galaxy retains its original interior, which is a major plus for anyone seeking a true period-correct experience. Original interiors on convertible big block cars are increasingly hard to find, and their presence speaks to both careful ownership and proper storage over the years. The combination of original upholstery, trim, and overall cabin layout gives this Galaxy the genuine look and feel of a mid-1960s Ford performance convertible, creating an atmosphere that modern restorations often struggle to replicate. With the original engine, original transmission, and original interior still in place, along with a clear title in hand, this 1966 Ford Galaxy 500 convertible represents a premium example of a big block, open-top American classic. Located in Taylorville, Kentucky, it offers the rare opportunity to own a powerful yet comfortable 428-powered cruiser that blends authenticity, tasteful upgrades, and strong long-term collectability into one very complete and compelling package. Number 16. This 1967 Plymouth GTX, offered at $30,000 US and located in Monroe Falls, Ohio, is presented as a strong and extensively upgraded muscle car that blends its original big block heritage with a modernized performance drivetrain. The car was painted in the 1980s, and while the finish shows its age, the overall structure is described as solid, except for the rear lower quarter panels, which are noted as needing repair. The trunk drop-offs remain in good condition. Under the hood sits a 1972 440 block that has been completely rebuilt .030 over with roller rockers and ported and polished heads, effectively making it a fresh, high-performance engine. The original 1967 440 engine is also included with the car, giving the next owner the option to keep it as is or return it to a period-correct configuration. Every major component attached to the engine is new, including Doug's headers and a full new exhaust system, ensuring both strong performance and an aggressive muscle car sound. The rear end has been rebuilt, and the drivetrain is further upgraded with a new TCI automatic transmission and torque converter, supported by an added transmission cooler for durability under hard driving. A brand new radiator and a new fuel tank with sending unit have been installed, along with a new wiring harness in the engine bay, all of which point to a car that has been comprehensively refreshed to be reliable as well as powerful. The suspension and braking systems have also been addressed, with most of the front suspension either replaced or fitted with new bushings and a front disc brake conversion added to dramatically improve stopping power and safety. These upgrades give the GTX much better road manners and confidence compared to its original 1960s setup, making it far more enjoyable to drive in modern traffic. The car runs and drives great and is said to sound excellent, reinforcing that this is a well-sorted and road-ready muscle car rather than a stall project. Inside, the front seats have been reupholstered, new carpet has been installed, and the rear seat remains original and in very nice condition, preserving some of the car's vintage feel. The car was originally a column shift automatic, but has been converted to a floor shift setup, adding to its sporty character, and it now sits on new wheels and tires. All removed original parts are included with the sale, giving the next owner flexibility for restoration or personalization. With its fresh big block, rebuilt drivetrain, upgraded brakes and suspension, and inclusion of the original engine, this 1967 Plymouth GTX represents a powerful and highly capable classic muscle car that is ready to be driven and enjoyed while still offering strong long-term potential. Number 17. This 1974 Cadillac Eldorado convertible, offered at $27,000 and located in Indianapolis, Indiana, is presented as an exceptionally low-mileage and highly preserved luxury convertible that represents the final year of Eldorado convertibles in the classic era. With only 25,000 miles showing, this car stands out as a true survivor that has been kept in remarkably close-to-new condition. It is described as running and driving like a new car, reflecting the careful maintenance and attention it has received over the years. As a front-wheel drive luxury convertible with Cadillac's signature smooth ride and powerful V8, this Eldorado offers a unique combination of open-top cruising and refined performance. The drivetrain has been comprehensively refreshed, with less than 25,000 miles on a rebuilt engine and transmission, giving the next owner confidence that the car is not only cosmetically impressive, but also mechanically dependable. This level of recent mechanical work ensures that the Eldorado can be driven and enjoyed regularly without the worries that often come with high mileage or long-neglected classics. The smooth, quiet, and effortless driving experience that Cadillac was famous for in the 1970s is fully preserved here, making this car ideal for relaxed cruising, shows, and weekend enjoyment. From a body and structural standpoint, the car is described as being in mint condition with no rust and no dents, an extremely rare claim for a large 1970s convertible. The underbody is noted as being very clean, further reinforcing the idea that this Eldorado has been carefully stored and protected from harsh environments. This level of preservation is especially important on a convertible, where structural integrity and corrosion-free floors and frame are critical to both safety and long-term value. With its ultra-low mileage, freshly rebuilt drivetrain, and outstanding cosmetic and structural condition, this 1974 Cadillac Eldorado convertible represents a premium example of one of Cadillac's most iconic open-top models. Located in Indianapolis, Indiana, it offers the rare opportunity to own a near time capsule luxury convertible that delivers both show-quality presentation and modern-like drivability, making it an ideal choice for collectors or enthusiasts seeking one of the finest examples of a classic Eldorado available today. Number 18. This 1969 Chevrolet Camaro SS 396, offered at $44,500 and located in Laconia, New Hampshire, is presented as a highly desirable X22 Code Supersport Camaro that originally left the factory with a 396 big block and now carries an even more formidable performance-oriented drivetrain. While it began life as a true SS 396, it has since been upgraded to a 427 cubic inch engine built from a 512 casting block, taking its already aggressive muscle car roots to an even higher level. The car is described as an absolute blast to drive, combining classic second-generation Camaro styling with serious big block power that delivers strong, exhilarating performance on the street, and it shows. Under the hood, the 427 is equipped with aluminum L88 style heads, a Barry Grant carburetor, and extremely large headers, all working together to maximize airflow and horsepower. Power is sent through a built-turbo 400 automatic transmission, providing the strength and reliability needed to handle the engine's output. Out back, a heavy-duty 12-bolt rear end with a brace, aftermarket axles, and larger wheel studs adds further durability and traction, ensuring that this Camaro is not just about looks, but is engineered to put its power to the pavement with confidence. The car's body and chassis are equally impressive, with a clean underside and the addition of subframe connectors to improve rigidity and handling. The exterior paint is described as nice and presentable, making it well-suited for car shows and weekend cruising, although there are some typical bubbles under the chrome trim on the vinyl roof, a common issue that does not detract from its overall strong appearance. The combination of solid structure, clean undercarriage, and tasteful exterior condition makes this Camaro an appealing driver-quality muscle car rather than a fragile trailer queen. Adding to its desirability, this Camaro is equipped with rare factory power windows, a feature not often seen on high-performance Camaros of this era, and one that enhances both comfort and collectability. Located in Laconia, New Hampshire, this SS 396-based X22 Camaro offers the best of both worlds, blending genuine supersport heritage with a brutally strong 427 big block, making it an ideal choice for enthusiasts who want a classic muscle car that not only looks the part, but also delivers thrilling real-world performance. Number 19. This 1960 Chevrolet Impala two-door Sport Coupe Bubble Top, offered at $79,000 and located in Carlton, Michigan, is a professionally built restomod that blends one of Chevrolet's most iconic body styles with thoroughly modern performance, comfort, and reliability. Finished in striking Roman red over a factory-style red and white cloth and vinyl bench seat interior, the car captures the elegance and drama that made the bubble-top Impala legendary, while elevating it to a level that can be confidently driven anywhere today. The quality of the body and paint is described as very high throughout, with clean panel gaps and a show-worthy presentation that reflects careful craftsmanship rather than a quick cosmetic refresh. Power comes from a 355 cubic inch small block Chevrolet fitted with a Holley Sniper electronic fuel injection system, electronic ignition, and dual electric cooling fans, giving this classic the manners of a modern performance car. A new 700R4 overdrive automatic transmission, shifted from the column, is paired with a 3.36 rear end and power steering, allowing relaxed highway cruising without sacrificing low-end response. This drivetrain combination delivers smooth, dependable performance, making the Impala as enjoyable on long road trips as it is cruising around town or pulling into a local car show. The chassis and braking systems have been equally upgraded to match the powertrain, with Wilwood disc brakes providing confident, modern stopping ability and GM-based suspension enhanced by CPP drop spindles and springs. Despite its lowered stance, the car is described as riding comfortably and with quality, a testament to the thoughtful engineering behind the build. Rolling stock consists of bold 20-inch Budnik custom wheels, which fill the wheel wells perfectly and give the Impala a contemporary, aggressive presence while still respecting the classic lines of the bubble-top body. Inside, the car is equipped for true all-season comfort and modern usability, featuring underdash vintage air conditioning, decoded digital gauges with bright, clear backlighting, and a reduced circumference factory steering wheel for improved feel. HID headlights and LED tail lamps provide improved visibility and safety while keeping the exterior clean and stylish. Located in Carlton, Michigan, this Impala is presented as a fully sorted, turnkey restomod that needs nothing, offering the rare opportunity to own a beautifully restored and modernized 1960 Chevrolet that can be trusted to jump in and go anywhere at a moment's notice. Number 20. This 1967 Oldsmobile 88, offered at just $1,300 and located in Kenosha, New York, is presented as a true old-school project car with serious potential for the right buyer who understands what a full-size GM muscle platform can become. Parked since 1996 in a leaky carport, this Oldsmobile has not been run in decades, but it remains a remarkably complete and straight example, making it an excellent foundation for restoration, custom building, or even a parts-saving revival. The seller openly states that it will need to be hauled on a flatbed due to the locked-up rear axle, emphasizing that this is a real project and not something being misrepresented as a quick driver. Under the hood sits the legendary 425 cubic inch Super Rocket V8, one of Oldsmobile's most respected big block engines, known for its strong torque and durability when properly rebuilt. Even though the car has not run in many years, having this engine still in place is a major value point at this price level, especially since complete and correct Oldsmobile big block cores are becoming harder to find. The locked rear axle will require attention, but the drivetrain package as a whole gives this Olds the bones of a serious street cruiser or sleeper once brought back to life. The body is described as solid and straight, with good glass, good bumpers, and intact headlamps and tail lamps, all of which are critical on a car of this size and era, where replacement trim can be difficult and expensive. The main structural concerns are in the rear floor pans and trunk area, which are noted as needing repair. However, outside of those sections, the shell itself is presented as being surprisingly sound. For a car that has been sitting since the mid-1990s, this kind of completeness and straightness adds significant appeal for someone looking to restore or customize a big-bodied Oldsmobile. With its aggressive 1967 styling, big Super Rocket V8, and a price that is often lower than the value of the parts alone, this Oldsmobile 88 stands out as a true bring-it-back-from-the-dead classic. Located in Kenosha, New York, It is offered as a no-nonsense project that needs to be trailered home and rebuilt properly, but it rewards the buyer with a rare combination of solid core, desirable drivetrain, and hard-to-find original components that would cost far more to source individually. That's a wrap on today's video, featuring 20 cheap classic cars you can find on the marketplace. Thanks for watching. If this video sparked your interest, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to Cheap Classic Cars. And don't forget to share it with your fellow classic car fans out there.